skies and clouds with me this morning. As soon as I start the show, there's somebody already trying to drive past. I found myself a big ass, empty ass parking lot to do the morning motivation. This dude just rolled through. This dude right here. Sace Brand. We shining this morning, every morning, figured it out, have to find it. And this morning we talked about getting over it, because this morning I'm not over it. You know, I woke up this morning and my homie was like, bro, just go take a shower. You got too much on your mind. And I was like, that's me. Every morning, rising and shining, finding these rays of light inside of my life, because life isn't so sunshiny sometimes, and we have to get into it. We have to get into our motivation and find it within ourselves and go, okay, what's motivating me? You know, what really drives me? And it seems that lately I've been driven by my despair. You know, like I was just so in my own way and in my own head that the only thing that drove me was my depression, and it drove me to overeating, especially sugary stuff. It drove me to oversexing, especially sex parties. I'll do anything to feel opposite of what I was feeling like. And if anybody's keeping it real, you know what I'm talking. Talk about the real reals, as they say in the South. That really real, because it is real out here. You know what I'm saying? Your life and your mind is real to you, and everyone else that's telling you to get over it isn't living the real you. You know, you got to live inside your own mind, as we do this show on time. Everybody's got to live in their own mind, you know, and that's the only one that's listening. So whether somebody wants to hear it or not listen, or whatever the case may be, all of us live in this reality. Shit or harassing this dude to pick up this kid. They're picking up a little bit of trash. Okay, cool. But anyway, morning motivation. Let's get some. Everybody knows Saints addiction up in this bitch. I gotta get my mind right. If I don't get my mind right, my life won't be right, and I'll still live in spite. And that's what I've been doing. It's just spite. I'm so close to this baby. I was touching that belly. I made it all the way there. She was my home. I told her that she was my home. I closed my eyes and whispered in her ear, kissed her on her forehead, said, "You're my home now." Hours later, I'm fucking it up with my temper. You screaming at this chick, "Get the fuck out of the car!" Now I don't have my baby no more. No, I didn't go in there and start punching on her. I'm not that type of person. I did grab her cell phone, you know, did grab her keys, like, "Get the fuck out of the car. You gotta come talk to me." Nobody want to talk to Hollywood Cole. Nobody else want to talk to somebody that's heated and under duress and has been under stress and was sick. And I was all fucked up, man. I was really sick. Like, I'm not joking to you guys. Like, I really was like sweating when I had covers on me, you know. I'm literally nose dripping from fucking snot because I had some kind of cold, but not COVID. And they're literally sticking the thing up my nose, going like, "Here we go, man." I've done some things in my life, y'all. I've done some things in my life. Some of it requires smiles, some of it requires frowns, you know. It's not always touchdowns. You know, and for people to talk about getting over it, it's the worst kind of advice. My best friend this morning, "No, just go take a shower. You got to get over it. That's in the past already." My uncle, "Yeah, get over it. You can't live in the past." And everybody's on this get over it, but no one's telling us how to get over it. No one's telling us how to get past it. The way I got past my addictions is I started being focused on something else, right? Instead of the fucking things that go behind me, staring at me, being weird, I didn't focus on that shit. I started focusing on me and what I was doing and how I was interacting with people, but I'm still me. I don't like people talking shit to me. I just don't. You know, waking up in the morning, "Man, you're not adventurous enough." Man, I've been around the world, bro. I went to Machu Picchu in less than a week. I'm very spontaneous, but that didn't happen that time. Sometimes I'm extremely spontaneous, sometimes I'm extremely reserved. It's called Saints addiction for a reason. I got them both inside me. You know, the dichotomy of a human being, of somebody that's supposed to get over it but obsesses about it. Somebody that's supposed to be happy and still have depression. These things are inside of me, both the Saints and the anarchy. got off. I don't know, still close. I tell you guys about people getting close and people staying far away. It's kind of part of the day. But that's what we're going on about. We're going to have to talk, this garbage advice motherfuckers be giving out. Talk about get over it. It's that male toxic trait of us to just pretend it ain't there without a skill set or a bridge to get over there. Like, I want to get over there. Okay, you get there. You ask that question a million times. You'd be like, what's up with it, man? That don't make no sense to me. Where are the directions? And that's what I'm trying to do. I can't give it if I haven't been there, right? Like, if I haven't been to a certain destination, I can't tell you how to get there. That's the situation that we in. We in a situation like they be like, yo, get over it. Like as if they swallowed something special and kept it inside them, and now it's not as harmful anymore. As if I was like, if I stop thinking about it, it'll stop growing. Then I stop knowing. And if enough time passes by, then I start forgetting. Oh wait. I can't wait till I stop living in regret. I can't wait till I stop remembering all the bad things. I can't wait till I stop obsessing about my misplays. I'll let you know. I don't just snap out of love, bro. I didn't just fall in love to just like, oh, all of a sudden I'm out of it. I just fell out. Nobody falls out of that pit, You find someone else to love with the same type of intensity, and you sit there and reflect on what that person meant to you. At this life, I'm supposed to be a motivational speaker. I'm supposed to be, punch him in the face in the morning. I'm not like that. Sometimes I wake up and I feel like I got punched in the face. We're punched in the mind. Like that thing's still on my mind. I don't think it'll ever leave me. So for most folks that want to be like, yo, get over it, you get over it, bro. You figure it out. I haven't figured it out yet. Motherfuckers want to act like they don't have a memory. You know how many movies I watch? Here's another dude. The other dude already went past. Here comes another dude. Hold up. Look, they can't help but just keep squeaking by. You're like, come on, bro. You can't be serious. You got to have something better than creeping up on me, man. Come on now. All right, come on now. That's you staring at yourself, getting close to me, and you ain't picked up a single piece of trash. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Go figure it out. Get away from my energy. And figure out your own energy. Figure out how your own mind works. Figure out how you can get over it. I haven't figured it out yet. It's not like I'm holding a trick and just be like, yeah, man, be a robot, man. Fuck that bitch. Let me tell my mind all the things that was wrong with her. Her not having her children. Her going through a divorce. Her and her bad attitude. And then I sit here and I point the fingers back at me and be like, you were no help, partner. You were no help. When all the situation was down, instead of giving her a safe haven and a new relationship, which I thought I was doing, I ended up becoming the next asshole, the next headache, and something she didn't want nothing but part to do with. Already seen that movie. Already had kids with an asshole like you. Why would I give you a kid because you're an asshole like him? Man, can we get some shine, please? Can we get some shine, please? It comes out. Where's that shine? That's where we're at, right? Here. There we go. Sun came out of those clouds. And you know how hard it is to shine through clouds. We all know a rainy day when we see one. We've all had tears coming from our eyes and our souls. Each one of us has had something to cry over. You ain't lived unless you've lost. Isn't that weird? To get into this life, you get life, but things are going to be taken away from you from life. Well, the sun went back down, but that's part of the game. They say chalk it up to the game. Oh, this person owes me money. This person said they would do X, Y, Z. And how many of us hang on to that? I want to start the Saints brand. How many of us hang on to that? How many of us can keep a blunt lid? It's just difficult, man. difficult for all of us, yo. I'll get this thing going. And that's all I came to say. Sunrise Mountain, y'all. Sunrise Mountain. Sun's rising here because it's the summer, and it moves over back and forth through the solstice. Isn't that cool? You can see the sun rise in different sections if you get up one time. If you rise yourself up from the ashes. If you transform yourself into a phoenix, if you're willing to constantly cocoon yourself and come into another formation, then you'll have this transformation. It's not easy. Everybody wants to be a motherfucking butterfly, but nobody wants to cocoon themselves for months, figure themselves out, and transform into something else. I like to think that these things happen to us to make us stronger. I'm so strong that I don't know how to be softer. I didn't know how to be gentle. This male toxicity, man, just get over it. I'm punking my girl like she's a dude. Like, get the fuck out of the car. Like I did to some other dude months ahead of the time. Like, I'm taking control of this right now. And the only way I knew how to take control, instead of controlling my temper, I'm controlling other people. I'm telling other motherfuckers, look, this is what it is, homie. It's a stick up. And nobody wants to be punked. Nobody wants to feel unsafe. Nobody wants to have that kind of anger near them. And I have it in me, you know, an anger addiction. Why lie, dude? You know, like this thing inside me, I get mad when I don't get my touchdown. I get mad when things don't go my way. And I throw a little fit like a kid instead of growing up and talking like an adult. Just disappointed in myself. I'm waking up and having to do the confessional because I've already wore out my best friend, 6 a.m. He don't want to hear that shit, you know? Man, go take a shower, bro. Enough of that shit. That shit already happened. You got to get over it. Same my uncle, get over it. Everybody's just like I haven't worked hard on my mental or on my game or on growing my game. Right now, we're growing photos on shirts. I've been working on mostly Saints. People ain't even seen all the websites that I've been throwing out, all the different shirts, all the different designs, just keep grinding. And finally, I just got monetized on this channel. Just created myself passive income. Turned out I missed out on 20 grand. Can you believe that? If I had had the 1,000 subscribers when the cops broke into my shop and there was a 500,000 views, I would have got about 20 grand in advertising because of that video. But because I wasn't monetized, I ended up not getting any money from the video, just getting evicted from my shop and everything stolen out of my shop. This is the kind of shit that ends up happening, man. How many of us have ever tried to like fix a car, keep putting money into the car, and the car take a shit? Fix a relationship, could put energy into the relationship, and the relationship went to shit. It could be an engine, it could be a relationship. These things can go to shit. And we're sitting around going like, get over it. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to get over it? How am I supposed to get past this without building a solid bridge understanding of construction, straight engineering myself from this point to this other point? It seems almost impossible. It seems crazy to me because it's like the experience happens to you and you live there, dude. You live in a world where you're surrounded by your experiences. You're surrounded by your environment and your personality too. So then you get your family involved. These people raise you up, and now you kind of stuck. You kind of stuck between who you are, who you were raised to be, and the environment that you're in. That's why I always keep telling motherfuckers, you need to go travel, bro. You got to go travel, because if you don't, it's going to end up keeping you captured. Can you believe that shit? All of us sitting here captured inside of a world that we created in our own minds and an environment that we just so happen to be raised in. This is going to be hard to get over. It's like telling somebody, don't practice the alcoholism that your parents practiced, or don't practice the abuse that your parents practiced, or don't be like them. And then we end up being just like them, having these conversations with these chicks. They were all talking about it. Why am I still trying to date my dad? Dating these dudes that can dismiss me, and I'm straight chasing them for their validation. Why am I chasing milfies, bro? Why am I liking the single moms that was just like my mom? Why am I trying to save the day? Go fix somebody else's family. I don't know. Am I not brave enough to make a family on my own with somebody single? Is that what it is? Am I trying to save my mom still, even though me and her don't always get along? What? Is that the past my future? This is a huge question I go over in my head all the time. Like, how much of that is gonna dictate this and that, jigga nigga? That's what they call it in Chinese, jigga nigga. I want this or that. And everybody can't understand that nigga is not, it's nega. And it's not the same word, but it sounds the same. And it's just this or that. And isn't that funny how that can be seen as a racial slur when all they mean is this? So it's got to be this. You can get with this or you can get with that. We are literally choosing between two choices constantly. That's why I love the black and white color theme. You know what I mean? This is us, dude. We're both the negative and the positive. A lot of motherfuckers just be like, oh, I'm a motivational speaker. Let me just talk to you about all this blah, blah, blah. I think real motivation, homie, getting past these things, getting over it, building a bridge so that you can have a fundamental, solid connection of how you survive something instead of pushing it away, letting time just pass, and then next thing you know, it's up your ass. It's right up your ass. I don't give a fuck who you are, dude. Situations you don't even think about. Everybody's got a mama. Everybody's got a daddy. Everybody's got a relationship. Everybody's got a past. Every one of us has got a cross literally on our shoulders that no one can see. I'm seeing, what is this, Central Church right here. It's one of these big mega churches over here. Everybody's gone through some things. It's not just me. There's a homeless dude that's camped out right out here. He's pushing his stuff right there. You know, there's a dude that just pulled up in his truck, got his door open, probably getting his mind right. I love coming to the park because then humanity comes out, right? They leave their homes, they leave their fake shelters. I mean, sure, it's shelter from the storms and the sunshine, but it's also a cage, right? We build these cages. I'm talking about it. We listen to Kanye just being outside on these crazy vehicles while sheep are around him. He's getting interviewed. I think it was by Rolling Stone. They're like, did you get the shot? And it's like, shot was to get out of the box. And you're born in a box and you get put into a box. You're in a crib. And then that crib is surrounded by 4 walls. And then it's another 4 walls. And it becomes this square that you only stay inside your city. Most people have never even done that. Why are you doing that, bro? Come on, bro. Get your shit together. I don't know if he's ever left the state. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I start looking at when I start talking to people and other people. Where do we go? Peru. Me and Vera Love, I just did her shirts. You can go look online. I posted a very cool touchdown. Big Erykah Badu full color front on black. And the hats full color front. Amazing. But she's also been to Machu Picchu. Me and her were sitting there together, and we're like the only 30-mile radius, the only 2 people that have ever been to Machu Picchu. Like, it's one of those things where if you've touched another person and you've touched another location, you start talking to yourself differently. You start finding a way, and I start adding it up, and I go, wait a minute, if that didn't beat me, that South Korean prison didn't beat me, if that trips to Machu Picchu, getting all my money stolen in Laos, you name it, all these things still haven't beat me. This abortion still hasn't killed me. It killed my baby though, and I'm supposed to get over it. It's like, dude, I weigh it out like everything else. Like, oh, here's this awesome, amazing touchdown, and here's this awesome, amazing failure. Same addiction. This is this awesome human being that can still perform mistakes. I'd love to put miracles over mistakes. I'd love for that to be a Saints Anarchy shirt. Miracles over mistakes. Sure, there's a miracle involved with it. I'm sure there's a bigger lesson involved with it. Hell do I know, dude. I'm learning this shit with you. You know, I'm building this bridge with you across canyons with rivers and fucking bears. We have all these huge crevasses, valleys of us from the highest to highs to the fucking lowest to lows and going through there so we can build it back up to get up on the other side of the valley so we can get back to our highs. Let me do that. And that's what they're saying when they're saying, get over it. Get over this valley. Get over this river. How do we get over ourselves? Okay? And it's just like, I put work in it. Okay? Speaking like my bestie, Kimber. Okay? Okay? This is what's going to happen, okay? You're going to go put in some work, some self-work, some of that shadow work. You're going to have to get into that valley and dig deeper. And you're going to have to find a foundation. And then you're going to have to fucking put a big old pole in it so that way you can build the other arch so you can get over it. That's what we kept talking about. Get over it. All right. How do I get past it? How do I create a structure so solid that it can take that amount of traffic? You know what I'm talking about. Me, I don't know, man. Sometimes there's too much on it. If you ever seen some of these bridges, I think it was in San Francisco. This chick's from San Francisco killing me. Fucking San Francisco, this whole city could get blown up. Anyway, my whole point is that bridge was swaying. They had all these people and shit. It was crazy. But your boy Andrew Carnegie built a bridge. Nobody knows about that, but that was one of his first tasks. His first thing before he got into steel was he had to realize that the new construction was steel, and the railroad was going to be built on steel, and the skyscrapers were going to be built on steel. And here is this new product. This new, I don't want to say invention because steel had been around, but it was really expensive to make steel and it was really hard, but they found a new way to make it and make it cheaper and make it stronger and add oxygen. And now he built this fucking huge ass bridge, and they got an elephant and they put the elephant over it so that the people in their minds could see that it could contain the weight of an elephant, right? Like, that's a big creature. And sure as shit, all the people followed the elephant. It was a big circus event, and he had taken a page out of Barnum and Bailey's and said, showmanship. Let me show you that an elephant can handle this kind of weight. Let me show you that I've eaten an elephant bite by bite. Let me show you, just through example, that this is how I got over it. This is how this elephant made it across this bridge. And that's what it feels like. Building a bridge strong enough that an elephant can stand on it. That you've come to some sort of conclusions and steadfastness in yourself, inside you, because this is where the magic is, right? Will she say, you can't break my soul? You know, because the love and the energy's inside me, dude. This is the power that we have, our self-empowerment. It's not just some kind of saint thing. I'd love to say you wear Saints brand, you wear something positive, it's going to be positive in your life. It don't work that way. It's not going to work that way. You can wear a Saints brand shirt and commit murder. Saints addiction, bro. I have my addictions. I could still be fucking saintly, stand here next to the church and do drugs. Like, it's all of us. It's in all of us. I've been watching it. Like, again, I went to the second sex party, and again, I was just shocked by people's behavior. Not because they're into kinky shit. It's because people are all different layers. They're not just one layer. You can like to say your churchy self, but then there's your school self, and then there's your recreational self. There's your sexual self. You know, there's all these versions of us inside of us where we're like, no, I'm in church today. I'm not my sexual self. He's in there. He was looking at porn earlier before he came to church, but now I'm in church and it's Sunday and it's going to be okay. No, this is Monday. It's a new day, homie. Maybe it's the perverted day. It starts off that way, where all of a sudden you wake up and you're getting in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we really, really want? And that's what started to shock me. I really want some growth. You know, I really want some stability. I really want a bridge for my emotions, for me to get past this thing that's obsessing me in the morning to this thing where I'm solid and I made it across the crevasse. I don't know if anyone has all the magical solutions. If you got it, comment it below. Leak it to other people. That's what I said when we start doing the show and I call on guests and have people call in through the Instagram lives or whatever. We're going to blow it up talking about just this thing between our ears. This preacher talks about it with no fear. I'm going to talk about my sexuality. For sure, over here at Central, they're not doing that. The Christian right or whatever, left, right, I don't give a fuck what side. We all have a sexual side. Like, there's another layer in us. We all have a fear side. There's another layer in us, you know? There's something in each one of us that makes us us. And that's just all I want to talk about. So when you're getting over it or getting past it or build a bridge, that's how we doing it over here. We're finding some kind of healthy, constructive way to not choose our addictions, but choose our saintly side. To touch our heart and say, okay, this thing's still here. I was watching and they said to ask people to touch their heart are more likely to tell the truth. Put them in an environment where there's paintings, put them in a comfortable environment. They were talking about here are ways to get people to tell the truth. And that's all I wanted to do with Saints Brand, is tell the truth. Saints Addiction was, I was telling the truth about myself. It's easy to go, oh, Saints Brand first. Yeah, everything's great. You know, do a couple prayers, Hail Marys, you'll be all right. What about this? What about these things that I'm obsessed about? What about these mistakes? What about these addictions? What about these shortcomings, right? Like, how do I build this bridge so it's not so short anymore? How do I raise up the level so the road makes it nice and smooth from one area to the other instead of all the way down, all the fucking way back up? I've been up this mountain, by the way, Sunrise Mountain. It's a bitch. Right there. Boom. Been up that bitch. I don't know, man. I mean, you're gonna have to get some hiking shoes. I guess that's what my uncle's telling me. Everybody's just like, suck it up, pussy. I don't know, dude. I don't think that's healthy advice. I don't think just saying get over it says let's get over it. That would help. We build a bridge together. That would help. You're not alone. I mean, that would help. That helps me. You know, when I'm hearing it, just go, someone else tell me their story. Yeah, man, I also lost my wife and child to a car accident. Me, it was because of my behavior and my temper. She was like, fuck having your baby. Him, something else random was drinking and fucking hit his kid while she was in him, or his child while it was inside the mother. Like, you think you hear your story and then you hear someone else's story. That's what's so cool about AA and NA, is that you get to listen to other people's story. You can vent the worst, most embarrassing shit you've ever did. And it's embarrassing. And it's kind of the embarrassment that keeps the grief going, the sadness going. What's the other stuff that they call it too when you're going through it? Shame. Am I the only one that wakes up talking about shame at 6:30 in the morning, watching the sunrise? I guess so. But it's part of all of us. And that's why I keep doing the show. It was just like, look, man, if I'm more honest I am about my emotional growth, my psychological abilities, you know, the real me, so I don't have to fake my life or adjust weirdly in situations. I know a lot of people that have to just drink to be there. They're like, look, man, my anxiety's out the roof, saying I got to get in this, player. I can't just cope. I'm going to have to figure it out. So us figure it out, get over it, get past it. I'm of the, we got to construct it. That's on real. We're going to have to figure a way that works for us, that's steady enough that the next time it happens, it can withhold the size of an elephant. And then you know you've built it right. Then you know that you have the strength in you to get past the things that are in your life. And that's what I want people to have. I want them to have the morning motivation. I want them to have the strength and the wherewithal to make it through their lives, their emotions, and their thoughts. And that's on my heart from the start. This is your boy, Marquis Saint. This is Saints Brand. If you got anything out of this message, like, share, and subscribe, because now we're going to be giving live to Saints Giving, helping people in their real scenarios just like this, and be like, what would save your life? What would save your light? And what will get you to the other side? That's your morning motivation. Peace and love, and as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever, and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe, and comment below. Peace and love. Ciao. I'll see you. Don't forget to be saintly. Don't forget to do Saints Giving. Don't forget to get a shirt so we can start giving to other people for the things that we got and for better blessings in the future. See you. Ciao.